Take a look at where I'm standing. The water comes up to my calf, and I have some measuring tape so we can take a look to see how high the water actually is around here. Now, right here, it's about 1 foot. They just place the shot blocker around your arm, and it kind of gives a sense of what the vaccine may feel like. Most people know social media can be addicting, but how bad can it be? I checked my time online last week and I averaged more than 4 hours a day. Take a look behind me. This is where the accident actually took place. As you can see, the car landed and hit someone's tree in their front yard, and right now police are still trying to figure out exactly what led to this. These days you'll see signs like this all around town. Everyone is hiring, but many of these businesses are concerned that with this new work search requirement, there'll be a lot of ghost applicants. This entire shelf is filled with a variety of different fireworks, but it's not as many as normal, and that main reason is because of the fireworks shortage. There's volunteers on deck ready to serve you, and as soon as you get your nice warm pizza, you can sit right here on the beautiful lawn enjoying the sun. After treating COVID patients every day over the past year, McLaren employees say they can finally breathe. This is Daniel Sockstad. He's accused of killing John, Barbara, and Ryan Sockstad, and we're told the victims are his father, mother, and older brother. If you've called for an ambulance, your wait time may have been longer than expected, and that main reason is because the demand for EMTs and paramedics are at an all-time high. Sherry, in April, Derek Chauvin was convicted of murder and manslaughter. The sentencing guidelines call for him to serve up to 12.5 years in prison, but the judge also found 4 factors that may add even more time to that. Lauren, when I was on the scene, I saw several first responders, including Mason Fire Department, Ingham County Sheriff, and their dive team. Now the sheriff's office is asking the public for their help in identifying this victim and to figure out what happened. Siobhan, it was such a beautiful ceremony. His niece Carolyn Fuquay tells me Robert Parker's parents died not knowing what happened to him, and today he was buried right next to them. She says her family feels a sense of relief. Family and friends of Robert Parker finally got the chance to say goodbye.
First Lieutenant Robert Parker has come home to be laid to rest, and the family will have complete closure for the first time in 78 years. Despite being considered missing for more than 7 decades, Parker's legacy in his family is unforgettable.
Hearing stories about him, how he was a jokester and a prankster and would pick on my grandma and my aunt and uncle, and it's just funny. I mean, he seems to just have a happy soul.
In November 1943, during a mission in New Guinea, Parker was flying an aircraft. During an exchange of attacks with the Japanese, his plane crashed into another plane. He was never found. Several family members later died not knowing what happened to him, including his parents. Today, his remains were buried right next to them at Deepdale Cemetery.
They would love to have been here in person, but we feel that they're here in spirit, and that feels wonderful. That I know they would agree to put him at rest with his parents.
For Parker's niece, she's happy her family is united once again.
Together, their bodies are together in the ground, but more importantly, their spirits are together in heaven, and that's even more important.
A rose will be placed at the walls of the missing in the Philippines to show he has been accounted for. Back to you. Several people were holding signs and chanting, "My body, my choice." U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow and some lawmakers like Sarah Anthony and Erica Guys spoke in favor of having the choice for a safe abortion.
I want the lawmakers to keep their hands away from my reproductive rights.
This week, the U.S. Supreme Court plans to discuss challenges against Roe v. Wade, a ruling that gives people the legal right to have an abortion without government input.
The potential for Roe v. Wade to fall really impacts the lives and health care and bodily autonomy of every person.
Advocates are also calling on state lawmakers to repeal Michigan's 1931 abortion law, which makes abortions illegal.
We need lawmakers to come together and recognize that everybody loves somebody who has had an abortion, that everybody deserves rights to comprehensive health care, and that abortion is a human right.
State Senator Erica Guys is a sponsor for a bill package that would repeal the 1931 law.
People do not want to lose access to safe, legal abortion. We really need to make sure that we repeal this 1931 law here in Michigan so that anyone who would need to access abortion services would have that access.
People at today's rally say they don't plan to stop fighting and hope others won't either.
That internal motivation, the call to action, to get busy in their communities, to support other people who have had abortions, and to reach out to their local legislators to make their voices heard.
And some demonstrators say it's not just about their body.
I'm out here for everybody around us. I'm here for rights for women. I'm here for my mom. I'm here for my sisters. I'm here for everybody.
Counter-protesters were across from the Capitol holding signs but quickly left after it ended, and Michigan's very own Dana Nessel took her fight for abortion rights to the nation's capital for an even larger women's reproductive march. Back to you, Kaylee. Right now, no one's sitting here or here. But come kickoff, managers of Spartan Hall of Fame Cafe hope for a full house.
It just felt completely different. It felt off. We're not as busy. It was bad. So we missed it, that's for sure.
Savannah Palacio has managed the restaurant for years. She says now that COVID restrictions have been lifted, she's excited for Michigan State's first game.
I'm ready to see a full house. I'm ready to see the excitement, the loudness, the fight song playing when MSU scores. I'm just ready to see all of the hype of it.
They're usually busiest when Michigan plays at home, but they're still prepared.
We are expecting it hopefully to go well. With it being Labor Day weekend, it being an away game for their first game, we're kind of just going by just playing it by ear. We have warned our staff for sure kind of just how game days go and just kind of be prepared to have a big crowd, hopefully. So pretty much just stay on top of your stuff.
And trying their best to keep customers safe.
Masks are always welcome for people who want to feel safe, wiping tables down correctly. We're having still kind of some distance on stuff still too.
Palacio says she's optimistic this year. Business will be better. Kickoff starts at 9 o'clock tonight. Here for you in East Lansing, Sesayyamarie, 6 News.